name's Toby Davidson, and I'm the Toby of the Toby brand, and we're here today with Josh Morris. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Our theme today is going to be about partying, hence why we brought Josh in. He loves to party and have a good time, and he knows a lot about cooking greens as well. So in terms of entertaining, and the holidays are coming up, what kind of things do you think would work well with cooking greens and entertaining?
Well, I think the thing about greens is people think of it as a formal sit-down meal, but if you can get the greens where people can just stand up and have a party and eat very casually and eat while they're standing, and very easy to scoop out and prepare and get on the table, I think that's ideal. Absolutely. I just think people think that greens tend to be very labor intensive.
Well, what we've chosen today are two recipes that are kind of classics to partying. We have a hummus, which is a dip, and we've added a twist by adding the cooking greens into it. We're going to use the rapini today, but really any of the cooking greens, dark leafy greens, work well with hummus, which is obviously, as I said, a classical dip at parties. And the second thing we're going to show you and talk about is the classic spinach dip that you get at restaurants. It's really yummy and really decadent. So we've done a little twist on that recipe, and we're calling it the dynamic duo because it includes spinach and kale cooking greens. So one thing we just got to note that you do have to heat your greens and then cool them down when you're using them as a cold dish, or you can reheat them as well and make them a little bit more decadent by having them hot.
Can you leave the greens cooked in the fridge for a period of time?
Yeah.
And they're still good?
Yes, you can prepare them beforehand, leave them in the fridge, and then bring them out as you need them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to make is the hummus. We're going to do this together. Okay, you're going to help me?
Okay, absolutely.
Okay. So hummus has very natural, healthy ingredients, very simple ingredients. So what we're going to do is just simply put them all into the Cuisinart, let it roll, and then we're going to take it from there, okay? So the first thing we're going to put in is the tahini, which is kind of the basis to a really good hummus. And we've got the oil, the binding agent. All greens need an oil to be absorbed in your body. It's very important that you need a fat with the greens, so that's very typical. Then we have our garlic, the lime juice.
Lime or lemon?
Lemon and lime. Lemon or lime work. And then we have the rapini, the cooking greens rapini. So go ahead and put those in. That's the magic really of this recipe, is adding the greens to it. Now that's the magic. Nobody would think to put dark leafy greens into their hummus, but that's what we're doing. So add a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper, and then we're going to add the chickpeas. The chickpeas is great for vegetarians. It adds protein, it adds texture, and obviously it's the heart of this dish. Doesn't that look nice? Just that alone, doesn't it look beautiful, Josh?
You could eat it like that. That looks like one of those layered dips you get at a Mexican restaurant.
That's true. So let's see if I can get this on. So we're going to turn it on, and we're going to this. It's going to make a little noise now, so watch out. That should about do it. Okay, there we go.
Looks beautiful.
Let's see. Let's take it out. Thank you. So look at that. So
it looks amazing.
Okay, let's just simply put it into our dish. It's as easy as that. I want to show you taking it out just so the viewer can see how wonderful it looks, okay? So what would you eat this with, Josh?
Well, I think it would be good with pita chips or even tortilla chips. I've had it with tortillas. It's been really good.
Yeah.
Regular bread.
Okay, so doesn't that look beautiful?
Looks fantastic.
And the second dish that we were talking about earlier was the classic spinach dip that most restaurant menus have. So what we've done, Josh, is we made the classical dish with spinach, but we also added a second green, kale. So we call it the dynamic duo. So what else does spinach dip typically have in it, Josh?
Well, the stuff I've had in bars has artichokes in it.
Yeah, artichokes, and it has cream cheese. Yeah, and mayonnaise, and it's really decadent, and you can heat it up and have it toasted on top so it's nice and brown. And we've actually shown it in two ways. This is nice for like a romantic dinner for two. This would serve two because it's very rich. You don't need that much. And this is more for having multiple people over for your evening or for dinner party and for the entertaining that you do. So we have a variety of different types of breads to eat it with as well. So it goes well with crispy bread, with some traditional pumpernickel, and some whole wheat. So here we have two simple classic dips with a twist, right?
It's good with vegetables too, right?
And vegetables goes really well with the hummus. And people would never think that there's these dark leafy greens in it. And the best thing about this is that it's easy to go from freezer to recipe with this. Okay.
Great.
So anyways, if you like this entertaining ideas?
I love it.
Okay, well thanks for coming out, Josh. Love to have you here. It's
Just
great.
add beer.
Just add some beer. That's right. Thanks, Josh.